Neil? Neil? Come on, man. This is going to be the last episode. This is important. Where are you? This is ridiculous. This is an important episode. Call me back. Ah. Oh, where could he be? He ain't here by now. But he around. Fucker! Jesus, God. It's been over an hour. Where could he be? Nipples. Big sweaty nipple. Huh. Now, you know what? Stranger in the sunroom. Yeah. Okay, Neil, this is ridiculous. I've been sitting here for an hour. We said we were going to do this around 11. It is now not 11, and I'm sitting here doing nothing. I'm bored. My wrist hurts. Get here. All right? Sometime today, get here. Thank you. Bye. Fat bastard. You got cookies? Jesus Christ! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Random Tangent. This is Bill.
This is Neil.
And this is not the Random Tangent sent, as I would imagine you were considering, as to why we have this lovely backdrop and an unusual seat. Why is that, Neil?
We spent an episode going all over our brand new set that we built, and then we took a long hiatus for some reason, and there's actually a very good reason for that, is that this guy's ADHD took a whole new level.
Squirrel!
Like, most people, they have a little bit of, ooh, shiny, but you're in, like, 3018 with yours. It's beyond anything else. Which I can let everyone know what you just planned on doing right after we built this nice new set.
So after we spent all the time and effort building a new set, buying new equipment, building new equipment, as you all know, we live in Illinois, in the Chicagoland area. Mm-hmm. I will no longer be living in the Chicagoland area. I will not be living in Illinois. I'm actually going to be moving to Kentucky, roughly around the center of Kentucky, near Lexington. So that's going to make a little bit of a long-distance relationship. Now, that being said, to all the people out there that are like, no, we subscribed and watched you two idiots because you told us to, and now you're leaving us. There will still be episodes, I promise.
We're working it out, trying to figure out what we can do. So it's going to look a little bit different, though we are still planning on occasionally getting together and still doing full episodes like this. But it's going to be a little bit odd for a time, odder than usual.
Mostly what you're going to see, more than likely, in the initial beginning, will probably be videos done where it's usually going to be either him or myself alone doing the episodes, and then eventually we're going to figure out a way to combine the factors. So, yeah, on that note, if you guys have any ideas on how you think we should do the new videos,
stuff you'd like to see one of us talk about, one or both of us, maybe we'll each do a take on a topic.
Why am I not doing this topic we're doing today by myself? I would think that'd be more. Never mind.
But yeah, it's gonna be off for a while, but we'll still be here in some form or fashion. So should we move on now that we got that gorilla?
Stop crying. Stop crying.
Let everyone take a moment so everyone can grieve.
Why are they laughing?
Fuck you guys, assholes.
That one guy gave us the finger. You saw that.
Fucking Matt.
So, what's our topic for today? Let me tell it. I love this topic.
This is something we've thought about.
I want to tell.
It's been a long time coming. We felt long and hard about this one.
I mean, there was a lot of stiff competition.
We figured out something that can really just kind of penetrate the YouTube market.
Yeah. Something that's just not going to go in and out on people. It's something that's going to really stick all over them.
Schmegma. Yeah, it's got to do one to blurt it out.
Yeah, but now you just ruined the whole mood.
What are we talking about today?
Sure shit, not schmegma. we will be talking about dun 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 porn. Or also known as my easy topic.
Like a lot of stuff we do, we kind of have to like do some research. This one we know. We got this.
As a matter of fact, as we're having conversations, Neil discovered possibly more into the depths of how much I know. So I was thinking we'll do about, no, it was this. Well, did you hear about that? No, yeah, it was that. But how do you know this?
When you can sit there and name off several actors and actresses, and I can't argue with you, but you can just say anything and be like, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to take your word for it.
Abby Bell, Christy Mack, Katie Minks, Alexis Texas.
I know Ron Jeremy because that's...
Because everybody knows Ron Jeremy. People who've never... Mormons know Ron Jeremy. The Amish know Ron Jeremy.
Let's just plow right into this one. What do you say?
I'm saying let's go balls deep on this conversation.
Right. Well, I think one thing... What? I'm not sitting on your lap for this. No. What?
Not my hair.
I think usually it's more like a... It's good for you. You want to do hand stuff? One of the best things about porn, from our perspective...
is that I can jerk off to it.
Well, Bill and I are both mid-30s.
I collect porn like most people collect baseball cards. Like
you know stats.
Yeah, like...
Thrust speed.
Thrust speed.
Amount of guys at the same time.
Bukkake to girl ratios.
Well, like I said, we are both mid-30s, and we are amongst the generation that we're the last ones to experience the old ways of porn, which before the internet came around, you had to have a connection, usually to someone who knew some porn.
In your school, you had a dealer.
Yeah.
There was somebody in that school.
Someone with an older brother, a dad who didn't care.
Can I get some of that? What you need? What you need? Oh, the first page is always free, son. The first page is always free.
Motherfucker shows up with a trench coat. What you want?
You got anything Asian? Motherfucker, please. My shit's custom. Listen.
Kind of Asian. We talking Chinese, Japanese?
Puerto Rican? That's not Asian. Don't judge.
Internet came out before DVD. So which meant that back in the old days we had...
No, DVD came out first.
It wasn't popular.
But it wasn't...
It might have been around, but no one had it.
Yeah.
We were mostly watching on VHS, which sucked for a couple of reasons. Because one, you knew what the good part of the tape was, because that's the part that hardly played anymore. That shit wore out. Rewind, watch again. Rewind, watch again.
I broke 3 times.
I
literally snapped them. That's how much I watched them. You know it's bad when your VCR is making the same noise you are.
And that I forget which comedian I was watching just said this, but make a valid point is when you loaned this shit out or just watched it with a group of people, it was like your buddy's porn. Like there was no be kind rewind with this shit. You finished, you shut it off.
Yeah, because usually by the time you were done and you were finished, you were just like, oh,
I have to go clean up and cry. Yeah. Which meant when you turn that shit back on, you get to see basically what your friend finished to, which is a weird thing to know. Really? It's.
I mean, this is the full frontal guy view. Like, there's just.
So some mighty big balls then.
I find it ironic now, though, that if you look back at our era of porn, Ron Jeremy was king.
Mm-hmm.
But now you look at it and there's guys out there making Ron Jeremy look like, he's bringing a toothpick to the party.
That's gotta be like some like Boogie Nights. Like that was his talent was having a big dick, right? Like,
and then you find out later on that it's a prosthetic,
mm-hmm.
and then you're just like,
I guess
there actually is a guy that does videos.
If you're so tall, you get to be a basketball player. If you're so big, you get to be a football player or a bouncer.
If you're hung like a freaking bull moose,
you get to show it on camera, I guess.
If you wake up in morning wood and have to be careful not to knock things off of other things.
You ever wake up with it and you're not fully aware of it, so you try to roll over and almost break the phone. Oh, that sucks.
Actually, after years of exercise and practice, I roll over to just like a kickstand.
What kept you from rolling off the bed last night?
I'm going to be 80 taking Viagra just to keep myself from rolling out of bed.
Bumpers? I don't need bumpers. Guardrails? Fuck that.
What's that going to do? You know.
Life-saving. Any fond memories from the bygone era of porn?
Oh, I remember the days of... Now, some of you might remember this. The days of, like, the Napster when it first started. Mm-hmm. And you would look up stuff on there. And it would, and the best part about it was a crapshoot. Porn or virus. Damn!
Your computer had about as many viruses as the people in the movies. Yeah. It was... Do you remember cable? They had the adult channels that were scrambled, but you'd be kind of flipping by them and think through all this. You think
was that a nipple? I saw a nipple.
Good enough. Fuck it. I'm going for it, you know?
The sad part is there's many times you're sitting there like, you would watch it like a conspiracy theorist listens to white noise waiting to find us the noise from the aliens. Just.
I'm following this blur here because I think I saw boob in that blur.
That's either boob or bush. I don't know, but it's something.
Good enough.
Oh, remember back in the early days of Bush? Mm. No, not the president. I'm talking like in porn. Before, there was, we've all heard the saying, a carpet match the drapes. No. Well, these days, nobody has carpet anymore. No. Usually just a little area rubbing near the entrance. That's about it.
At most. You get surprised when you see it now. Oh, jeez, I remember that. It's like,
damn.
Like balls on a dog. Like, oh, right. Those things, it came like that, didn't it? You remember the days before the internet where you'd see something like, oh, yes.
Yes.
I have to remember that.
The long ago.
We have to remember the thing I just saw to think about it later. We used to have imaginations back then.
I could see a boob anywhere I want, whenever I want. It's the most beautiful thing in the world.
Let's move on to our next topic then, that we were also the first generation to get the internet. And my God, you kids who grew up with this, you don't know how lucky you are.
Even in the early days of internet when it was like click.
Line.
And God forbid that connection got lost.
Someone called up.
There was actually a funny story about that.
Oh, let's hear it.
So I'm sitting there, I'm whacking it, right? Talking about porn.
That's not the funny part. That's not the funny part.
That's the normal part. And I'm watching Line.
Why some of your stories start that way?
Most of my stories start that way. Line.
Go back far enough.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, woohoo! Line, ring! You ever get so mad you're squeezing your neck and the head ever just turns bright purple?
Get on me! It's not my fault! Not my fault!
You ever wonder what color Smurf turns? I can tell you, it's brown.
There's a lot less commercial, I'd say. Just being like, here's some naked people. Fuck yeah, there's like... Everyone had just...
Meanwhile, we were born after the era of, like Playboy. Because he didn't commercialize any of that shit.
It's a new market. New frontier. They hadn't quite figured it out.
God bless that frontier, too.
Well, then we saw like the rise of all the pay sites and whatnot. Free membership and whatnot.
Oh, God, I just realized gaming is going the same route as porn. You want to take a peek? Pay us. Mm-hmm. Dicks. Now, here's a question of the day. Have you ever actually had a membership to a porn site? An actual membership, like you paid?
I think that's one of the first things at some point when I became an adult and got a credit card, I was like, you know what? I can pay money same naked people now. Like, I felt like a little bit more grown up somehow.
I could see boobies and pay for it. I think they call it a strip club, you moron.
Like, it wasn't so much you can go anywhere and see boobs, but like I made a decision. I'm an adult. I felt like a rite of passage, like buying your first beer. I don't know. Like
18 or 21, buy your first beer. 18, buy your first boob.
Yeah. And I think you back in the day, like, it's kind of similar to the porn ring in school. There's like that one kid who found like a credit card somewhere, and the first thing to do is they go buy the adult pass and spread that. Here's the account key, the password. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me about that one time. Like, here's what you got to do.
Here's what you gonna do is go in and enter this, then enter this.
And it was weird because it was somehow better. Like, these boobies were better than these boobies, the free ones. I don't know.
You know, they say it's an actual neurological thing that anything you pay for is better than anything that you get for free.
I guess. If you'd like to move along, as the internet progressed, when we got past space, then we got to like all the video hosting sites, which God bless them. I think probably the one that a lot of people know the most.
Red porn, Pornhub.
That's probably the one that people know the most about. Pornhub.
YouPorn is better.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Everyone likes what they like.
It's a better search engine. It has better.
Okay, maybe before we get onto this, let's talk about some of that.
You did realize that coming into this that I have way too much knowledge about this, right? Like, seriously, these calluses are not from work.
Well, you don't have to. Like, you can type in a search if you want to, or if you're not quite sure what you're looking for, you can go through categories, and there are so many categories. Just
Remember
like
back in the day, it was like straight, gay, lesbian,
black,
interracial, and I think that was it. Like, you might find like blowjobs. Now there's.
Hey, look, guess what? They got MILF now. You can watch MILF. Oh.
Now it's
like the list of A's alone, the ones starting with A's.
I think I realized...
You want Asians? Anal Asians?
I think I realized we had reached the pinnacle, the motherland. The Mecca was when I saw VR. I wept. It was the happiest I've ever been. Bought an Oculus the next day. And there's something amazing about being like, yeah.
You know what I'd love to do? If one of these people who films one of these things, like have like your VR porn going on in front of you, but then like behind you just have some guy, just in case anyone ever checks back there.
There's a clown back there, and as soon as you turn, the fuck?
Or just you hear that noise the entire time. What is it? What?
Well, you know what's really weird about that though?
You ever fall down where you got a thing in your head and your dick's out? You're like a turtle trying to...
But like, okay, so generally speaking, if you're in a VR thing and you spin, there's a 360 degree, literally like a 360 degree view of everything around you. Mm-hmm. A lot of times in VR porn, if you turn far enough, it ends.
Yeah.
It's just a black wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a headset. I got to try it at least once, right?
Okay, once.
I said at least.
I'm surprised.
One time is just out of curiosity.
The other 15 times after that.
Well, while we're here discussing how porn used to be back in the day, pre-internet, versus how it is now, I gotta say one of the major shifts you'll notice, it used to be a lot more like kind of fun, whimsical, kind of camping.
Hi, I'm lost. Can you help my boobies?
Yeah. Like there's like a little bit of like you can kind of tell it's like with a grin every time, you know. I remember.
You always had a smile on your face when you were done.
Like oh you crazy porn guys.
And some of the acting was so bad it was like B movies. You want to just keep watching. Where's this going?
Don't make me laugh and soften it up. Stop it.
Oh my god, you're so manly. Who fucking hires these people?
Like there's one doctor themed one, like we were watching as a group one time, and like the guy's like, "Oh, I'm sick. I'm going to want to die." Well, how do you want us to put you out of your misery? I was born by the snatch and want to die by the snatch.
That's great.
Came at you like a fucking face hugger.
Now it's now you watch porn and it's
so aggressive.
Who's your dick?
Yeah, they slap everything nowadays.
What is with that? Why?
Slap boobies, they slap vaginas, they slap balls around.
Yeah, you don't do that. No. I was watching a video like that one time, and I should have read them. I know, read the description. Mm-hmm. My penis was reading at the time.
Just click. If you don't like it, go back out of it. Go.
Yeah, that's the other downside. You back in the day, you could buy the porn at the porn store on VHS. get it home and find out very quickly you made poor decisions. Nothing you can do about it. There's no givesies, backsies.
Researched? You had to know what you're getting into because this was a commitment.
A very dirty commitment.
Did anyone ever actually return it? No, that's not what I had in mind. You just... And another thing about porn, there's a lot of spitting. They spit on everything too. They're either slapping or spitting on it.
No, you know the one thing in porn that's gotten terrible? Is this blowjob gagging.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
And she's like, okay. And he's like, no.
So, nothing's more attractive than a girl crying and just going,
yeah, you like it, don't you?
No. The answer you're looking for is no. No, she does not. She likes the paycheck. Best video I ever saw, and it was actually on. It was actually featured at one point on Tosh.0, and it was hysterical. Broads in porn. Throws up everywhere. And they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, no, never mind. I'm pregnant. Another thing I think we could really discuss here in porn would be the fact that, back in the day, you could do porn and nobody would know. I mean, it was such a rampant industry. The likelihood of you doing one, maybe two movies, and now someone you know ever seeing that movie, no. I could look a name up now.
Yeah.
And I could find out everything you've done.
Well, like we were saying, you can search everything. You can search by name. You can collect multiple names, and if they've ever been in a movie together, there it is.
I collect that shit like baseball cards. I'm serious. There's files on my computer that are just names of individual actresses. A couple of actors too.
And if you don't know the name, you can go onto Reddit or anything like that and be like, "Who's this?" And someone will not only tell you who it is, you should check out this scene too.
I don't understand, and I actually pioneered recently. I go on Reddit. And you'll have people talking about it. It comes up from time to time. And people will be like, I don't understand how these guys last that long. Blah, 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 blah. And I have to do it. Get good. So, now I want to discuss something that sure Captain America over here doesn't know. I want to talk about some of the dirty secrets of porn.
Okay.
Some of the things not
everybody
everybody knows about. Well, first off, understand this. Porn ain't what it used to be. Porn used to be a lot of meth addicts and shit like that, back in the day when it first started. Now, porn is an industry. More importantly, porn is an industry with so much power, it can decide formats.
Yeah.
It is believed, it never was actually proven, but it was believed that in the Betamax versus VHS wars back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, it was porn that decided that. That's actually a myth. It was proven that it was just the way that Betamax, put themselves out there. But that didn't help. That porn went VHS. Now in the Blu-ray HD DVD wars, these kids don't even know about. There was.
That wasn't. I guess that long ago.
2008-ish, 2005, somewhere in there.
Jesus. It
was actually porn that decided that.
Yeah, I think we've brought that up on the show before, but it's kind of weird because we talked about that one episode, then the next episode it came over here, you're watching Tropic Thunder, and the guy's explaining the exact thing in there. That part of the reason that Blu-ray won was because porn was pro Blu-ray.
Now, so first off, porn stars, females, males, they're not whores.
No.
That most of these people will not do anything they are not comfortable with. That to them is a job.
Yeah.
It's very.
There are contracts of what can happen. And sometimes on the set they'll be like, hey, do you want to nope, read the contract.
No, literally, male and female stars will come in and they have written things. I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. I do not do this. Some of them do it for moral reasons. Others do them as they want to have something they say for their personal life. Another thing is, what is one thing women do once a month?
Yes. Okay.
Well, this is a job.
Yeah.
This shit doesn't end because you're having an issue this week. That's millions of dollars. Somebody ain't hundreds of dollars. Somebody can spend.
We had to rent this hotel room. We had to get all these people here. We had to scare the fuck out of that caterer because he didn't know what he was walking into.
I got the foot long sandwich. Oh, this just ain't right. I just know. Turns out what they will do is they will actually take. I don't know if you've ever seen them. Your mother might have some of these makeup sponges. The little ones you could buy at whatever store. They jam them some bitches up there. Then they clean themselves out a little bit, do their business.
Uh-huh.
Call it a day. Now, horror story time.
I bitch about my job, but I've never had to shove a makeup sponge up me and try to find it later. So how bad do I really got it?
My job sucks, does it?
Yeah.
Well, and at the other time, too, you also got to take into consideration, it's just a job. Mm-hmm. They're not literally having sex from point A to point B, finished, done.
No.
A lot of these people, it's cut, next scene, cut, move over here, cut. So there's a lot of stops you go. It really, truly is a job. I watched an entire documentary one time where they actually sat down with many artists and they were talking to them. I mean, these are famous people. And Ron Jeremy was in there and he's talking about like the old days of porn and how it has really gotten to the point now where porn went from this really shady, renting dirty hotel rooms to some of these porn shoots are going for millions of dollars.
I actually read an article not that long ago about this couple family that just occasionally rent their house out to be used for porn movies.
There's a couple in, I want to say it's Nevada? I want to say it's Nevada or California, one or two. And
it's something to do with like laws and whatever where the porn was, where they couldn't shoot it in certain ways, but if a private residence is okay, so it's easier for them to rent occasionally. And they said it's actually very nice people. They come in, the family just kind of clears out for a day. They clean up everything at the end.
I'm sorry, but if that's going on, I'll let you rent it. I just want to stay and watch. I will be quiet and sit in the corner.
I mean, I'll tag in if you need me.
I mean, you want to stunt cock? Like you mentioned. But yeah. So basically,
although they did say though that like occasionally friends will come over. This looks familiar. Yeah, I know what you do.
that's the point. You're just like, go, you nasty.
Fun side story. Speaking of bent dicks, I used to do. I still occasionally do it.
Porn?
This sounds horrible right from the start. But for a while, when the kid was younger and I had to stay home a lot more, if you've ever heard of Amazon M-Turks, basically it's little tiny tasks that you do for money. God damn, this sounds horrible. But it's stuff that
I just knew nothing about this. Just throw it out.
I told you all about it. You signed up for it. Fuck off. It's tiny tasks that a computer can't do. So a lot of times it's like, is this box checked or not? You know, it can be a whole bunch of stuff. One of the ones I used to do a lot of times though was grading pictures for a dating profile. You have to say if it was nudity was okay, but you just had to be alerted if it was nudity or not. If it was completely safe, maybe PG-13 rated, full on, full frontal, grade them in categories like that, and I would pick out stuff that just shouldn't be in there. Like there's a fucking kid sitting right over there that shouldn't be on a dating site, whatnot. Not necessarily next to anything bad, but I'm pretty sure it's a gay dating site though, because it's all guys, all dudes, and guys will just fucking love showing the cocks to you. Love to do that and drop a hat. Like, what?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'll look at it.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, so basically, I think it's like, you look at something like 30 pictures, you go through, rate them, and you got 4 cents at the end of it. Not the hardest way to make 4 cents at a time. You do a bunch of them in a row. Fuck you, I made $600 in 1 year doing not just specifically this, but before I had passed. But
ladies and gentlemen, for all you out there that might be watching this and work in the porn industry, this man made $600 in a year looking at dick. Just saying.
That's a slow weekend for some of them though.
That's a slow shoot.
But anyway, yeah, I was kind of looking through there. And basically, my job was like, not a dick, dick, not a dick, not a dick. Basically, I saw a lot of dicks, and there's one I'm never gonna forget.
Like being at work.
A penis curve is not unusual. But most of them, it's more like a kind of gradual banana-esque sort of meat. This motherfucker took a hard turn to the right. And all I can think of is like, this is the worst guy to have next to you at a urinal. Because either he's facing the urinal and pissing on you, or he's turned to hit the urinal, but he's looking straight at the guy over here.
With his balls dangling. I'm just staring at you like that. The fuck are you doing?
Like, how? Does it start out like that? Have you gone to the doctor? Because you should.
Take it. Oh, God.
Like, I'm going, just stay there for a little bit.
That's the picture you hold on.
And why did you submit that?
Is that a penis or a boomerang?
Like, you could have just gotten like a tip shot. I guess I appreciate the honesty. Okay, that's something that'd be hard to spring on somebody.
Yeah, baby.
Imagine you stick your hand out those pants. Yeah, what the fuck is this?
That's right. Look at that shit.
Hang on. Let's move into this one now. Webcam modeling. As we were saying, porn can be for... Stop. You don't need to do it. This is a webcam. Stop modeling, though.
I gotta pee.
Anyone can do porn nowadays. It's become a household industry, as in you can do it in your household. All you basically need is this setup that we are currently using. A webcam. Don't necessarily need a mic. We don't need to hear you.
Yeah, let's show him. Take your pants off.
No. And you too can be a pornographer. There's a bunch of sites out there that you can sign up.
Ain't a pornographer like somebody that's got an addiction to pornography?
No, I think pornographer is the person that makes it. I don't know.
There's some shit we'll be looking up later.
We're going to hit some shit we're going to try to look up later, then get distracted.
Pornography. Did you mean pornographer? Do you mean pornography? I did now. I mean...
Yeah, you can just set up, and there's a bunch of sites that will let you stream your shit, and it's for tips or for credits or tokens or whatever terminology, but like they get a cut and you get a cut, and women can make that's where guys make, but I think more women than anything else can make a shite ton of money on that.
Actually, if, statistically speaking, most women who watch porn look up lesbian stuff.
I don't want to see dicks. No one wants to see dicks.
No, literally nobody. Even gay guys are like,
Yeah, show me his ass.
And then, statistically speaking, I found this out the other day. It was magical. Did you know that women... Okay, so if you take the male and the female sexual forms, men will are way, way less likely to be sexually aroused by other men. Women, on the other hand, will pretty much... They're dirty. They will fuck anything.
Okay.
I.e. my ex.
Anyone's ex, really?
No, my ex literally would fuck anything. Anything. We had a pulse and a bump of coke. She was on board.
Getting back to webcam modeling. You ever check any of that out?
Some.
I've seen it, and a lot of times like,
I have issues with one thing about it. I'm trying to see you naked get my jerk on. I don't want you to be like, look at it, okay. Now you're going to type for 20 minutes to respond to Bob, who's over here just like licking the screen. No, screw Bob. Just show me your box and let's go.
There's a certain amount of performance in it. You gotta, almost like waitressing or anything like that, where you gotta be, oh, ha, 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 ha. You gotta have that bubbly kind of personality, unless your thing is totally not having it. Fuck you, and some guy's like, yeah, fuck me. But like, sometimes...
So, if you're like a waitress, is that when you do it just for the tips?
He's done. He's done for this episode.
I work just for tips.
I say that one of the problems is it's on the world wide web. Anyone with an internet connection anywhere can get there, and fucking Indian men have found it.
Yeah. Show me your clothes coming off.
Oh, you see this one a lot. Open bobs. They mean boobs. But they spell B-O-B-S, bobs, and they want you to open them.
How do you open boobs?
I think they mean take your shirt off,
Spread
unbutton
them.
it. But one time I'd like to see one woman go like, yeah, off.
Good news, it's just for show.
And that guy doesn't come back to the site no more. Not just Indian men. There's idiots every race, but
you know what?
there's some of the spelling you see like that's not their native language.
The best one of all is that in the Middle East, the majority of porn that's looked up out there is all gay.
Yeah.
From the country that kills
That's
everything.
the last thing I've heard down there. Pornhub statistics.
I am Pornhub statistics.
This guy can verify yes that is true.
Yes, I can pretty much be like, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pornhub can tell you who browses what where.
Pornhub has become
Scientifically relevant.
not only scientific. If you actually go on Pornhub and you don't go looking for porn, like when you're finished, you just peruse.
No.
It's the funniest damn site you'll ever be on because people will make some of the most insane comments about a video. I was looking at one the other day. Literally, how do you not laugh? A guy was on there going. The video itself was about a flight attendant. I didn't watch it. I was just done already. But it was about a flight attendant, and this guy
Cue
goes...
this one up just in case round 2 comes along.
Exactly.
We're in our 30s. When's the last time round 2 was...
Speak for yourself. I got a shotgun cock. All I gotta do is reload. Round 2. Fight. Which, by the way, the best thing to do is if you're ever with roommates, your buddy's plowing his girlfriend, you kick the door open and go, "Player 2 has entered the fight." Anyways.
Gets a laugh every time.
Every time. So, the guy who had commented, he goes, "I don't think she's a flight attendant. I heard a car horn in the back." And it's like, what the fuck? And it actually had a timestamp. No. So I'm like, well, now I gotta. And if you went to the time, you shitting me. Somebody was sitting there watching this whole goddamn show, heard that, stopped whacking it.
Played him. Ruined the mood.
I mean, and there's stuff in there. There's people that will go on these sites and ask questions. I gotta take paint off a table. What's the best way to do it? And people will answer.
Any forum people just will get on there.
I mean, it's insane. There is a whole area dedicated to Pornhub statistics that will tell you things you didn't think a porn site would manage to be able to figure out.
It's a good window into humanity in some ways. It'll show you state by state who watches what. It's mostly lesbians everywhere. Top search, I think, in the country, but like some states get like really specific. I forget what it was, but I know Utah's off. Surprisingly.
Yeah, Utah's weird. No. Pornhub can tell you down to the wire, man, when a new video game comes out.
Yes.
Because on their site, views drop.
We are filming this on October 27th. Yesterday, Red Dead Redemption 2 was officially released. And I bet you they're seeing a slowdown in traffic. They know exactly...
Because people are playing video games, not whacking it.
Somehow the video game people and the looking at Pornhub people are a lot... There's a lot of...
Crossover.
Yeah. Surprisingly. Which I imagine it's kind of look weird when they figure out people are done with the game. There's got to be an average amount of time that people will play a game. I know I put a lot of hours into it yesterday, but there's got to be some point where spike.
Okay, I gotta give my hands a rest. Click.
That's enough horse balls.
So stupid. We're done. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you soon. We'll let you know when something's coming. We'll make some preliminary videos.
Everyone wish Bill good luck. That's on his next phase of his hillbillying.
Ning, 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 ning. What if I could fuck a cousin down there?
You ever been to a sex toy party? I have, and I learned right away that I am in no way mature enough to be at a sex toy party.
Yeah.
They put suction cups on these things. Are you aware of this?
Yes, I am.
So you can just stick it on the table and fuck your table. But like, they're like passing them around so everyone can.
And they're sitting. Everybody else is like, "Oh, that could be fun." And he's
I
over here,
immediately, BOOM! Really hard, and we couldn't. First off, no one really wanted. But like, we couldn't get the thing off, and the people whose house it was are freaking out because their kids are gonna be home later that night, and they're like, "We got a new lamp. Don't look at it. Leave the shade there."
The lamp is just slowly rocking as people go. Oh, that's great.
Do I have to pay for it now?
Because if I do, I'm fine with that. I really am. This is funny as hell. But I get the table with it.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's kind of weird because it's their table, so we gotta come over here to fuck your table.